Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a fun custom that I worked on, which took a long time. Is a Sideshow Adam Hughes She-Hulk statue that I converted into a Wonder Woman with a wardrobe malfunction. So, basically, if you saw in the beginning of the video, you can see what the She-Hulk looked like, and it's based off Adam Hughes artwork, and I like his artwork a lot, and I had this statue a long time because I got it from somebody who didn't have the box, and it was slightly damaged. So, I just really didn't know what to do with it. So it sat on my shelf for a long time. And I'm sitting there like, what am I going to do? What can I turn it into? It's going to be a lot of chopping up of resin and then rebuilding because it was, you got the skirt on, the jacket, and it's really a lot of work. So I'm like, what can I really do? And what would be fun? And what can I keep that would look like Adam Hughes type artwork but with the statue? So after a lot of thinking and everything, I was like, let's turn her into Wonder Woman with her, underwear malfunction. But I didn't really know what to do or how to do it. So I just said, let's just get her into the bare body first. So what I did was I chopped out the jacket. The skirt came down to about here. So I had to chop that out, rebuild the legs, the butt, and just rebuild everything. So once I got the bare figure going, and I really liked what it was looking like, I decided, okay, what can I come up with next? So I decided, let's just start making Wonder Woman out of it, and we'll go from there. So broke the arms. I had to chop off the arm here. I had to retweak up some of the arms in there. So I figured I would have to design it where this arm and bracer is separate so I can paint this way and then glue it in at the end. But this arm was the problem because it came out further like she was dropping the briefcase or out further like that. So I decided, let's break this arm, bring it back, and then put her arm down here like she was holding up her underwear. At first I thought, I'll have the underwear regular, and then I would tear it, and like it got torn and ripped, and she was holding the rip over in there. But then I saw, those old pictures of the girl that's walking with the dog, pulling the underwear back. I'm like, what can I kind of keep that kind of look? So I did a lot of research of like underwear falling, of course, which was fun research on females. And I saw a lot of stuff that would always come about right here on it. So I was like, let's go right about there and keep it there because we don't want to go to, nakedness and everything. And then at first I did it with tears to the fingers and I didn't like that. I took that all out. And then I started building out Aves up in here. So we'll get in a little bit closer and everything on how I did all that. It took a couple days to get that working. So let's get in a little bit closer. Alright, so basically what I did was, as you can see, I had to re-break the fingers like she was holding it. And then what I did was I built some Aves there. I let that dry one night, and then I built Aves over that, and then I built Aves over that. And then the next day, I put Aves that way, and then I kept building in there. So it kind of got to the point where she is looking like she's pulling it and taunting it, and that was the best I could come up with. And then right here is just, of course, the lasso. You can do anything with this. It's kind of like she was holding it, and it's just falling. So that's what I came up with that. And then, once I built out the legs and she was barefoot, I had to chop, the feet up and I put the, PVC boots on type look. Redid the base. She was coming out of her shoes, so I chopped that up and I kind of gave her, like a pin going differently over in here so she comes in and out of there. And that's just kind of what I came up with that. So it's Garage Kit Flesh Tone Colors. And just my Alclad Chrome looks for the bracers and the outfit and the headband. Now her hair, I didn't like the She-Hulk hair. I didn't really fit for Wonder Woman too much. I didn't like the idea. So what I decided to do was sculpt it from scratch. But what I wanted to do is, since she's kind of leaning forward and she's not like in a fight pose or anything, I didn't want wind. I figured let's have the bangs come forward like it's covering, just to have a little bit different look to it, as you can kind of see. So it's like if you look at her from the side, she's covering her eyes, but the mouth and hand, she's still saying oops. And I just kind of sculpted it to the back like that. So that's kind of what I came up with. I think it was a fun custom, but I have to say it was a lot of work. There was a lot of chopping involved. So it was one of those items where, days that I would do some chopping, I would go out and I would chop her up a little bit. And then I let her sit while I was working on main projects. And then in other days I would fill it. And then it was just like whenever I had free time and main projects were done, I would work on this. So finally, I got her all done, and I've been doing a lot of paint work recently, so I figured let's throw her into the paint mix and get her all done with everything else. So the cool thing is, since she's leaning forward, and She-Hulk did have a huge rack. It kind of worked out for Wonder Woman, so she does have a huge rack. And since the She-Hulk was kind of built, it's like Wonder Woman's built too on here, so just a different take on her, just a little bit of a fun project. As we could go down a little bit here, you could kind of see I didn't want to go too crazy with nakedness. I didn't want to show any private parts, but I wanted to keep it kind of kinky and just have a little fun with it. So I just figured she either got caught real quick with it coming down and she's pulling it back up, or you just use your imagination. It was hard to get the stars in because it's all wrapped up, so I didn't really focus too much on that, just to give it an idea that it's there, and just ran with it. Just trying something different, thinking outside the box. Just really wanted to have some fun with it. Just to show that even though a lot of people have seen the statue, whether they liked it or didn't, you can actually still customize it and still have fun with it. It just takes a lot of work and sculpting and, just making sure you get it to fit and go. So we get up a little bit closer up here. And we'll zoom out for you guys. So it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys liked the way she came out. It was just something different. Just to really push the limits of how far I could take the statue. And that's what I came out with. So hopefully you guys liked the way she came out. And we will see you next time.